What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Wesley from elimination TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social media, Twitter and Instagram at elimination TV. Listen, I am going to do like a sporadic, all right, this is what we're talking about kind of review because I kind of distanced myself from Big Brother. It was not going in the direction that I wanted to care about and or continue to watch. And so for me, I took a step back. I kept up with the live feeds, and I kept up with I watch other YouTubers that talk about the live feeds and stuff. So I kept up with them, and I understood that, Rubina and Tucker made their relationship like a thing, and it was in the house, and they were kissing each other in the house and all of that. And, I kept up with the nominations and the renobs and the discussions about, T-Core not wanting a person of color to go on the block, and, Quinn cementing his relationship with Kimo and T-Core, and Tucker crying and stuff that Angela was put on the block by T-Core, and Tucker wanting to quit and, make, subtle threats about throwing the AI instigator, or not the AI instigator, the BB AI or AI arena or whatever. So I've been keeping up. But when Cam was put on the block and he just so happened to win the power of veto to take himself off, I saw how he won, and I was a bit annoyed with how he won, because he won when he won by happen chance, if that makes sense to you. He scored a 0, and then all T-Core had to do was knock one down, and he would have been out. T-Core didn't get to knock one down, so they went up against each other again, and then he won that. And so for me, I was kind of like, oh my God, it wasn't like he could have been taken out, is all I'm saying. So I was a bit annoyed with that, but I'm glad that he won. I'm glad that he won the veto. He needed to win the veto, because even though T-Core proclaimed that she didn't want to put anybody of color on the block, I mean, we're here, right? And so, in my mind, I'm like, how is this going to work? What's going to happen next? What are we going to do here? And so once Cam comes off the block, she has to renominate someone, and she nominates Angela. And Tucker is feeling all sorts of ways about it. And I can understand Tucker's point, right? Because with regard of Tucker and T-Core, their connection or whatever, Tucker gave her the $5,000 practically. Tucker took the punishment for her. Tucker chose to be a pawn for her. And Tucker never threw her on the block. And so, I can understand him being annoyed with her not helping him out in this one situation. But it is what it is. I told y'all earlier in my reviews that I didn't like the fact that Tucker was a hypocrite. Tucker wanted to out people with his power, and he was the AI instigator. And of course, he couldn't tell anybody about it. But he wanted to out people with their alliances or whatever, but he was in an alliance. He wanted to out people out for lying to him, but he lied to people. So it's just he was a hypocrite. And I just didn't like that aspect of his gameplay, because for me, he wasn't standing on anything righteous. Outside of that, he was very righteous, and I love the fact that he was winning competitions. And so I liked Tucker. I just didn't like how he was a hypocrite, and I did not like how he handled the situation with Cedric, because Cedric was being honest with him and told him that he would not have the votes if he went on the block. And, Tucker literally cursed him out for that. And so for me, I felt like Tucker was on the wrong side of that, and he should have never talked or spoken to Cedric like that, period. And, ever since then, I stopped whatever for a Tucker, even though he was a great player. I love his energy. He's great entertainment. I didn't like that. Not like that aspect of how he was playing the game. I know a lot of you people love the conniving, love the manipulation, love the lying and all of that. And that's what Big Brother is to you. But that is not why I watch Big Brother. And so for me, It was just a lot. Um, and then I did not like how T-Core had been handling both positions of power. She got rid of Cedric and she was trying to get rid of Cam. And that just not, it just didn't. Because on one hand, she says she doesn't want to put a person of color on the block, but then she goes ahead and puts Cam on the block and she gets rid of Cedric. So I'm just not a T-Core fan. I'm not in the slightest. And although I loved Tucker and everything that he stood for outside of my little issues with him, I just think that it would have been crazy if they didn't get him out the house. Same thing with Angela. I love Angela. Like her antics and stuff are a bit crazy for me, and she is playing an honest game, and I like that about Angela. But I don't like how she handled the Matt situation for me. So I kind of look at her a certain way. I'm big on like honesty and being truthful and just being kind and not rude and disrespectful to people. Like that's just where I am as a person. And so when I see people do those things to like try to manipulate and win and stuff, it's just, I'm not a fan of it. Again, you all may be, but I'm not. Right? Cam gets thrown on the block. He takes himself off the block by happen chance. Okay. And so he's off the block. Chelsea is feeling some sort of ways. There was a situation that happened between her and Leah where Leah said something racist or whatever the case may be, and Chelsea was crying. I don't know what came of that because I did not see it on the live episodes. I think I didn't watch 3 episodes, so maybe it was on those episodes that I didn't watch. Y'all can let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But I didn't see any like further information about that regarding Leah. But it's interesting that if that is what's happened, maybe they made amends or whatever, but Leah is the reason why Tucker is gone. So is Mackenzie. So is Cam. So is Quinn. And so is Chelsea. At the hand of Chelsea, she was able to wrangle up some votes and make it go. And when I was watching the episode today, the live BB arena thing, AI arena, I was watching Tucker play and I'm like, he's throwing this. Like, there's no way he's like trying. And in my mind, I feel like he was throwing it. And, something tells me, even though he said he didn't throw it on live television with Julie, I feel like he threw it to give Rabina an opportunity to play her own game. I feel like he threw it because he felt like people weren't listening to him and didn't necessarily have his back. And I don't know. I just felt like he was like ready to not be the only Tucker in the house. And so for me, I felt like he threw it. You could tell that something was off. He was putting the puzzle pieces together and they were not fitting. Clearly, they were not fitting. Tucker is not that slow. And so when he came out and he was like, yeah, I thought the numbers had to go to the opposite side. I didn't understand. I'm like, yeah, no, I couldn't buy that. And I feel like he wanted to give Angela a shot, to be honest. And so I think Tucker ended up kicking himself out. But I'm glad that Mackenzie won. And she's winning. I think she's won 3 competitions now. I think she did. I think it's 3. But anyways, shout out to Mackenzie for winning. I knew going in that Mackenzie would win. Angela's not good at these kind of physical put puzzles together pieces. She's not good at it. We already saw what happened the last time. But whatever. Angela's still in the game. Angela is a mess. Angela is like so freaking like paranoid, screws loose. She's a mess. And I'm not entertained by that. I'm really not. I'm just like, girl, can you stop crying? Girl, can you stop? Girl, get over this. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm just not over it. Right now, my top 3 players, Chelsea, Quinn, and Angela. If you were to ask me who would I want to win, I would say Chelsea first. I would say Quinn second. And then I would say Angela. And y'all may be a bit confused because Quinn is definitely on the wrong side of the game that I appreciate and respect. But Quinn is fighting tooth and nail to keep himself in the house. And he's not disrespecting anyone in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about Quinn. He's not playing a disrespectful game. And so, yeah. And then Angela, just for shock value and just for like, Yo, the radiation punishment that she had, I'm sorry, I felt bad for her. Like there was a moment, it was so many emotions because I felt bad and wanted to like cry. When she started crying, and she was like struggling. I felt bad. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like she really has to do this crap. Like this is crazy. It was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. She was still doing this. She had to do it for 9 hours straight. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And I felt so bad for her. But then when the guy, the announcer came out, I was like, Angela, you have been something with radiation. You must go into the chamber and like get the radiation off you. Whatever the damn script was. I was laughing my ass. I was laughing my ass off. It was so hilarious and sad and almost crying at the same time. I don't know. It's so crazy. Um, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to say about this show. There's nothing else. I really did not think that they were going to take Tucker out. I really didn't think so. I thought that this was a whole house full of pussies and they were not going to take the shot. I'm so shocked that they actually took the shot and Cam pulled the trigger. I did like the way Cam came in and he was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to take out Tucker. I'm like, bro, first of all, he put you on the block. I hear this about Pawn and whatever, and Tucker never really wanted Cam to like go, whatever. It was a seat filler, I guess. But like, no, nobody is gonna be my bro and then throw me on the block. I'm not here for it. But clearly, Cam felt some sort of way toward Tucker because Cam is bawling his eyes out. He didn't cry for Cedric, but he was crying for Tucker. Oh my God. I was like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Joseph was crying. I'm like, get over it. Chemo was crying. I'm like, get over it. I don't know what else to say. I have my favorites. I like Chelsea. I like Quinn. And I like Angela. Who do I want to win the game? Chelsea. That's who I wanted to win the game. Period. She's playing an honest game and she's playing. She's playing and she's winning when it needs to count. But anyway, I wanted to make this really, really quick because I kind of stopped watching and then started again. I love Big Brother. I watch for very different reasons than a lot of you. And so it is what it is. Anyways, love you guys. Deuces.